Okay, welcome to VINNOVA at Nordic Light today. My name is Peter Svensson, and this is my colleague Erik Borälv. We will host you today, and we're really looking forward to this day. It's a day about innovation, lead users, and a lot of knowledge in the room that will be shared. So we are the Swedish Innovation Agency, and what we do is to try to facilitate for innovation capacity in Sweden. And we're just a little tiny bit of the total R&D spending in Sweden, so we try to do that in smart ways. So we have different tools to create innovation or to facilitate for innovation. So we have helping SMEs, quite normal in many countries. We invest in research and innovation. We try to, this is very important for us, the effective collaboration to get this industry, academia connections. So we have many different tools to facilitate for this. And we also work with a slogan called Connect and Develop. We use our experience to help to create new policy. And we also have global links to European initiatives and other countries' initiatives. But what we miss here is user innovation. We've seen in literature that the users develop a lot of innovations, both users as in companies using stuff or organizations, and individual users. So in our program, Open Innovation Program, we focus on users and other open innovation practices to facilitate for new innovation or new ways to innovate in Sweden. So we've seen this in literature. We have our keynote speaker, Erik von Hippel here, that has shown throughout the 30 years that these users are very active in many different ways, and in many cases they give away their new innovations because they don't tend to sell them. They create them for their own need. And a recent study here, we've seen that it's from Kaufman study, that 50%, almost 50% of the innovative startups in US started from this user innovation, that the founders, they started to create the new idea, the innovation, because they wanted to use it themselves, and then they created a firm around that, and that was their startup. Yes?
Let's see, is this on? No. Yeah. So we have recently, maybe 2 years ago, started a program at VINNOVA called Open Innovation. And there are many kinds of open innovation, as you know. And our perspective is to work with this, what Peter described here, this kind of user innovation or bottom-up innovation style. And we have a number of themes that we are currently working with. And today's topic, lead users, is of course one of them. But we also work with some other kinds of open innovation. This is an example of building collaborations or innovation communities. This is maybe Sweden's most well-known hackathon, 24-hour business camp that attracts new startups and entrepreneurs who want to innovate for themselves or to start their own business. It's at the spa, that's why the funny clothes. And so there's a startup community also here. And this is just a snapshot of some of the startups, and some of these are, of course, very well known. Many know Spotify and so on. So there's a movement going on here, and it's interesting to try to reinforce this, to make this more known outside the startup scene, and also to start thinking about what can we from the public side do to help these actors to become even better. Open data is another theme of ours, and some leading companies have understood that there's a possibility for the companies to benefit from releasing open data. So this was a service developed at, or an app developed at Travel Hack, another well-known hackathon here, just a couple of weeks ago. And this is an app that plays music depending on what you see when you travel on the subway or on the bus. So it actually selects music depending on the scenery outside the bus. And this is using the open data and open API from Spotify. So that's an interesting case to see what you can do with open data. It sort of enables external innovation that also helps the provider of the data.
Yes. And innovation competitions is very big in UK and the US. We have this Ansari X Prize that sort of created the commercial space flight industry. Here in Sweden, we have one example from Norrköping, Hus söker hiss, a house looking for an elevator. So there is plenty of old houses, there is no elevator, and they're 4 stories high, and there is old people living there, and it's a problem for them coming up and down. So there was no solution for a decent price. So they set up very concrete parameters, and then they asked the general public, is there any solution for this? And it took a while, but now they found a winner, and they're implementing that right now down in Norrköping. So this kind of broadcast search approach is also, that's actually something that we will soon have a new call for, a public call that we will have in this innovation competition space. So today, as I said, we're really happy to have all of you here. We hope we will learn from each other. We have set up the program so we will have a big chunk here where we will discuss, have discussions, have workshop, different themes, questions. Before that, we will go through all the projects that won this call that we had. And also 4 pilots, a pilot project that were initiated a year ago and finished last year, and we'll present the results. And then, of course, after the break, the keynote speech, Erik, really happy to have you here. And then we will go back after lunch to the pilots again, and we have 2 researchers from Sweden that has looked at these pilots, and we'll have some initial or results or discussion what happened during these 4 pilots. That will be really interesting. Have I missed anything?
No.